Hi, so today we are going to be making some white bean soup. This is a new recipe to our family, so it's something I'm kind of excited to try. Our first step is we're going to take a can of these white beans, cannelli beans, and I'm going to put them into the blender with some broth and make them nice and creamy. Very gooey. So, put one can in with a cup of this broth here. Just like that. Put your lid on. And we blend. What do we want to do? So we have a nice bean puree here. So that's step number one. I forgot to add, you also have to rinse and drain the rest of the beans. So this recipe actually calls for 3 cans of those beans. So we have 2 more, and we're going to go ahead and rinse them and set them aside. I get why rinsing them is important. They're pretty slimy. There. So I've got them all rinsed and I'll set them aside. Let's see what part 2 says. All right, we're gonna chop up some celery and some carrots because we're gonna get ready to saute them here momentarily. So of course, rinse your vegetables and chop them up. So it's 2 stalks of celery and 2 medium-sized carrots is what the recipe calls for. I'm sure you could do without either if you didn't like either. Chop up some carrots. I actually read somewhere that carrots are actually sweeter in the winter time. Like a big chunk. Just chop these big ones up into smaller pieces. Put them down a little. So we got these ready. I'm gonna go over here. Olive oil in here and get it start to heat that up. All right, so we got a teaspoon of olive oil on a medium heat right now. We're gonna let that kind of warm up and then we'll add our veggies to it. So while those are simmering, I'm going to go ahead and get our seasonings together. So some of this, a half a teaspoon of this, this to taste, half a teaspoon of this, and a full teaspoon of the kosher salt. I did get all that ready and I put it in a bowl right here so that on our next step it'll just be able to be dumped in. Okay, so we're at the next step right now where we're going to add the pureed beans and the rinsed beans into this mix. So here goes. There's those. And I went ahead and put in the regular beans. And now we're gonna add all the seasonings as well. And some garlic also. So that's in there also. I'm gonna mix this together and let it simmer. Simmer for about 15 minutes and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so I did forget one more thing. I have to add the rest of the broth. So it's 3 cups of broth total. We already used that one. And we're gonna add the rest in right. Okay, I've added some minced onions. You can use regular onions if you like, carrots and the celery. And I'm gonna go ahead and let it saute in here for a little while. All right, perfect. So this is what it's looking like. We're gonna let it, I set it to simmer and I'm gonna set a timer for 15 minutes. Alexa, can you set a timer for 15 minutes?
Second timer, 15 minutes, starting now.
And while I'm waiting for that, it does ask for kale in the recipe as part of the next step. So got a bunch of kale. I'm gonna get that chopped up and then I'm gonna squeeze some fresh lemon juice. Does that work? Okay, it says we're gonna need 2 cups of some fresh kale. Stand. Okay. Kale is actually very affordable, so at least here in the South, in Texas it is. I feel like that's gonna be about 2 cups worth of chopped kale. All right, so I'm gonna chop it up and put it in a bowl. Get it rinsed. Just gonna open up your leaves and rinse on the insides. In cold water. Rinse it in cold water. This is good. Okay. I'm just chopping it up into some really small little bits. It also says you could use spinach if you wanted. It just went with kale because we don't really have a lot of kale in our diet, so figured it'd be a good add. It's very fluffy. All right, so that's a full bowl of kale. I'm guessing it's about a good 2 cups, so I probably overestimated on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this kale back. Perfect. Hey, making a video, honey. Want to come say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
All right, now I'm gonna get some lemon. So it's 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon. So I just went ahead and bought a lemon. About 2, because I don't know how much juice I'm gonna be able to get out of it. I would think a good amount. I'm thinking I'll probably just use 1 because if I just squeeze one side and another, that's probably gonna be at least 2 tablespoons, right? This lemon smells so good. Squeeze, squeeze when it's time. And that will be about 1 tablespoon and about 2 tablespoons together in 1 lemon. This is pretty large lemon. So I wasn't sure if they were gonna be small or large lemons, but these are pretty large. So, all right, so this is gonna be here waiting for the next step. I'm still waiting on the 15-minute timer to come up for that to be sauteing, and we'll move forward in a moment.
What happens when your home is beautifully organized? You have more space, no room to breathe. With Evergreen Closets, our designers not just have questions to ask to create exactly what you want. Your personalized experience includes custom design and installation to deliver a result that truly reflects your style and needs. That's the California Closet's difference. We call it practical magic. Book your free design consultation today at CaliforniaClosets.com.
The Carriage native plants and heights have been serving Houston gardeners since 1986. This garden center is truly dedicated to Texas natives. The native plants are ideal for pollinating, thorough maintenance, and a heat without fire. The Carriage native plants stop only the best growing plants, tropical.
Okay, so we got about 40 something seconds before we got to add the kale into the soup. And it was really helpful for this recipe. It's not smelling as good as I want it to, so I don't know, maybe it'll taste better. So we'll add the kale and let it simmer again for another 10 minutes. After that, we're going to add the lemon juice and some Parmesan, a little salt and pepper if you want a little bit more of that, and then we're ready to put it in a bowl and add some fresh parsley on top. This is what it's looking like. It's been simmering for just about 10 minutes now. Whoop. Add the kale. Here we go. Here it goes. Hold on, let me flip it. Alexa, stop. Okay, so there we go. Get some greens in the soup. It's looking very colorful though. I see a little red, orange, lots of brown, now some greens. Alexa, timer 10 minutes, please.
13, 10 minutes, starting now.
All right, let's let that one simmer for another 10 minutes. And yeah, you know the plan. All right, we got about just a few more seconds and we're gonna go ahead and do the lemon. Currently right now, all of it. Sorry, I can't see. Hold on. Can Okay, I'm gonna take a big smell list because it smells kind of like dirt. So this could be great. All right, so let's add some lemon. Me. That's good. But this does something magical to it. I don't know. Mix the lemon in. And gonna have to go check the recipe, but I think that's it. And I didn't print it out, so let me check the recipe and I'll be right back. Okay, so I need to add the Parmesan cheese, which I have right here. And it says about a 1/4 cup, so I'm just gonna dump. Looks like about a 1/4 cup. I don't know, I guess that. And I'm gonna stir that in. And now I'm gonna put it in everyone's bowl, and I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top and some fresh parsley and salt and pepper to taste. And we'll let you know how everyone thinks it is. Fa la 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 la. This is the final result of what it looks like in everyone's bowl. And now we try.
Where do I sit?
Dining.
This is the final result of what it looks like in everyone's bowl. And now we try.
Where do I sit?
Dining.
Beans. It tastes like nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
it's okay.
It's not your favorite?
It's the cheese. The smell of the cheese.
The Parmesan?
Yeah, it makes me think of feet.
The beans taste like nothing.
The beans taste like nothing?
Yes, I don't even know if it's a bean.
It's a white bean.
It's just slightly brown.
This is a healthy meal, Annabella, okay?
Okay. That means it's not gonna taste good.
That doesn't that what that means?
It's a little hot. Or it might cool off a little.
Critics, experts. It's like an
It's an eh. Good for a healthy meal?
Mm-hmm.
Good for a healthy meal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes. That tasted better.
Yeah, so I initially thought it smelled a little bit like dirt. My husband kind of thinks it smells like smelly feet. Emily seems to think that the beans have no flavor. And Bella's like, it's okay. So it tastes like a good healthy meal. It's probably nothing that like, I mean, if we made it again, we'd probably eat it. It's not, maybe without the cheese or like cheese optional, right?
Right.
And yeah, it's a bean soup. Better luck next time, right? Bye. Bye.
Bye. It's the cheese. Soup.
That stuff's very healthy. That's very good for your body.
The Home Depot garden section doesn't have flavor. For some reason, it tastes good.
Yeah, when you eat a little bit of it, it does taste better.
I was thinking the same thing as I was getting into eating it. Like, it
Yeah.
tastes a little bit better. I got a little bit of the pepper flakes in my mouth.
Yeah.
You get a bit used Flavor.
get a little used to the flavor. Yeah, but it does initially.
If you're not used to it in the beginning, it does hit you.
I mean, but it's our first time trying white bean soup, so it's new to us.
Recording?
Mm-hmm.
I recommend this side
This is,
soda.
this is definitely not a summer food. It's 100% a winter food.
Everyone's doing really good eating. Bella's over there struggling a little bit. Her bowl's not moving very fast. There's some salt.
Maybe salt can make it better. You know, like the air, like on top of soda, like it went into my nose and my lungs, and it feels weird now.
Mm.
It kind of feels like if you were sick, make you healthy. You know?
Hey, it's gonna help build your immune system.
Yeah.
You got a second bowl.
Yeah, I did. Because it's like a. Like it works on you.
Vegetables, so I'm eating it first.
It works on you a little bit. Why's that keep dinging? Is that our little guys moving around too much?
Poinsettia?
Huh?
Ever since I put a poinsettia out there,
Uh-huh.
I've just been clocking it as a human, I think.
Christmas ghosts. Are you still recording?
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like the Home Depot garden section.
I really like that one.
Emily said it tastes like the Home Depot garden section smells. Because that's a lot of kale.
Yeah,
I've never had these kind of beans before, and I'm wondering if it's just different.
It smells like dirt. I agree with you. It smells like dirt.
Yeah, the smell. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's okay. I feel like the more I eat it, the better I feel about it. It's super weird.
I like the
If I was just to take one spoonful and stop,
pepper.
like I would have never tried it again.
The pepper or the spice, whatever is in it, that's good. It makes my throat feel better.
There was a stick in mine.
That's thyme. It's a spice.
Why does it a stick?
It's a spice that you use to help it flavor it.
Do you eat it?
Get
Yeah.
now soup.
So the overall result is it definitely tastes healthy. One bite wasn't enough to experience it. Tim would like it again when he's sick.
Yeah.
It's like if you were ill, you would eat it because, like, what else would you do? Be sick?
It'll give you like good vitamins and stuff. So like,
Would you like to be sick for a long time or eat this and be better for like
But it's also a good food. Any other opinions?
no.
Okay.
with salt? It tastes better.
What was that?
With salt? With salt, it tastes better.
Pass me the salt.
Bowl number 2.
Salt.
Well, that's all I got to say about that.